Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the new congressional map in California. So, in case you didn't hear, California did pass their new congressional map that is going to take effect, barring a court overturning it, which is not likely at all. So yeah, that's likely to be the new California map. We're going to see in 2022 being, played in. So yeah, this is quite an interesting map, and we're going to get right into it because there's a lot to unpack here, and I could make this video go for an hour, but I want to make it under 15 minutes just because I tend to, the quality of my videos decreases the further on it goes. It's you can make a graph that represents a linear trend that will literally show the longer my video goes on, the lower quality it gets towards the end. But whatever. I don't want to, I've been talking for 50 seconds now. Okay, so first of all, this map was passed by an independent commission, and the commission was not really that independent. I'll be honest here. It was kind of a stacked commission, and when I say stacked commission, I mean that it was a commission that clearly was going to be biased towards one party, and clearly was going to draw a map that was going to favor that party. So California is a good example of this. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of other commissions that are really stacked or biased towards one party. I'm sure there are plenty, but I don't want to say too many because I think that's kind of a subjective argument. But for California, I think it's pretty clear that this is a stacked commission. First of all, you can kind of tell with stacked by just look at the members. It was supposed to be pretty even between Democrats and Republicans, but the Democrats were very clearly people who wanted to draw partisan gerrymanders, and the Republicans were questionable in that they were even Republicans to begin with. I know this sounds weird, but, so for example, one of the Republicans in this commission was someone from Berkeley, which, as someone from the Bay Area, I know Berkeley very well, and it's known for being, in an area that's already pretty blue. The Bay Area is quite a blue area. Berkeley is known for being even more progressive. It was a big city, I guess, for Clinton and Biden. I think it was 80 to 85 to 90% for both of them. And it's where the University of California, Berkeley is, which is, again, a university known for its progressiveness. So, I would almost certainly say that if you're from Berkeley, you're likely to be a Democrat. But, she was from Berkeley. She was, but on top of that, she voted for Joe Biden. So she was a Republican who voted for Joe Biden at the very least. And she also donated to Planned Parenthood, I think, multiple times. So, those are things I'm not going to directly say she's a Democrat for sure, but it would make you think that she is, that person is a Democrat. So, yeah. Now, we're going to get into it now. I guess now that I've explained why I think it was a stacked commission, I mean, no matter what the commission's made up of, when they draw and unanimously agree to a map like this, I think it's pretty easy to see which party they're favoring. And so, yeah, now, Trump got about 35% of the vote in California. I mean, in an ideal, fair map world, he would have gotten, I think, 17 seats. 17 seats. My mental math helped me for once. But, so, if Trump had won, got about a third of the vote and won 17 seats, that would be pretty fair. But in this map, he only won 7 seats, as you can see. And, all of them were fairly competitive. He won, 7 seats. So, and all these seats are fairly competitive. So, especially the 3rd district and the 41st district. The 41st is, really pushing it. These are seats that were fairly competitive. And I think that, in a good year for Democrats, we might see them winning, 50 out of the 50, 49 or 50 out of the 52 districts that we've got in California. So we're to hop right into it and look at some of these incumbents. I've got the current incumbents from California, and most of them aren't really getting basically every Democratic incumbent got shored up. Literally no one seat got competitive really, and so we can take a look at where these incumbents are from. So first of all, the 4th district, which is represented by Republican Tom McClintock, got absolutely nuked, literally. The 4th district, which was once over, I will pull it up. The 4th district, which was once right here, which was a, pretty solid Republican district, that McClintock was winning consistently, now is just a blue seat over here. Now, they renumbered the district, so it's not going to be accurate, so he's going to have to run another district, so he lives in the town of Elk Grove, California. So, what that means is that he's either going to move to another city in the 5th or 3rd or 1st district, and primary Doug Lamalfa, which is highly unlikely, or he runs where he currently lives. So the town of Elk Grove is a suburb of Sacramento. If I can find Sacramento, it's Sacramento generally up here. Elk Grove is a little south of it. Yeah, Elk Grove is right here. So he's in a blue district. The 7th district is a Democratic district, and he can either run and probably lose in the 7th district, or he can just retire. So the Doug Lamalfa seat got absolutely nuked in this redistricting. Looking at, for example, actually that's a bad example because Doris Matsui's district was already D plus 21. She didn't need to be shored up. But here's Ami Bera, who is actually from Elk Grove as well. His seat went from D plus 5, which is the 7th district, still 7th district now, to D plus, let's see, D plus 37. So he's also from Elk Grove, but they kind of chopped it up so that Lamalfa was able to just win over here, and then he was able to win a competitive suburban district out here. No, what they did is, you can see, they took part of Sacramento and then just put it with the city of Elk Grove, which is around here. Elk Grove, yeah, right here. It's a suburb. It's a plurality Asian, and so he's now, he was in a seat former. The 7th district was, prior to that, a pretty competitive seat. That was won by him by 13, kind of in the suburbs of Sacramento out west or out east, and they made it southern Sacramento plus Elk Grove, and it's now a safe Democratic seat by all means. So, again, McClintock got really screwed over here, and Ami Bera got shored up. So Jay Obernolte, who is from Big Bear Lake, let's find that. Big Bear Lake is, let's see, yeah, so it's in San Bernardino. If I can find where this is relative to San Bernardino, I think I'll have a better idea of where. Yeah, it's north of San Bernardino. So that means it's going to be, if my geography skills can serve me here, San Bernardino is going to be around here, right? Right? Isn't that where it's going to be? No. San Bernardino County is right here. Yeah. San Bernardino is going to should be around here. Is it not? I don't. Okay. So, okay, that's weird then. That's like really strange, because I swear to God, San Bernardino is like over here. Like, come on. No. Oh, okay. Here's San Bernardino. Okay, so Big Bear Lake is somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere up. Oh, here. Okay, there's Big Bear City. So I'm hoping Big Bear. Yeah, there we go. So he is going to still be in a Republican district, but the bad news for him is that in 2020 he won his district by 12%. He's now in the 23rd district, which we're going to see. I think it's a single district Republican district, as you can see right here. Yeah, it's a seat that he's going to win by, likely around 10 in a blue wave. That seat could, get pretty dicey for him, and the Republicans are going to have to invest in that. The 20th district is like the only district that is really going to be, safe for Republicans. I think, the 5th as well is going to get pretty safe, but the 5th and the 5th, the 1st, and the 20th are going to be pretty fun. But the 3rd district is going to be tough because I don't really know who's going to run that district. If I'm being completely honest here, I think there's someone from Lincoln, California, but I'm pretty sure it's a Democrat who might have to run in Lincoln. This would have been Obernolte's district before, but he's going to have to run in the 23rd now. So I don't really know who the Republicans are going to run in the 3rd. So probably, this seat could get really weird because, look, they might not have to run, they might just run some random guy who's not in Congress, and the Democrats are going to get, the growing areas. So first of all, Sacramento suburbs are growing and they're getting bluer. So the parts of Placer County out here are going to get, Placer and Sacramento are getting bluer. So I bet the seat's going to be blue in 4 years from now. Lake Tahoe's growing, pretty blue area. You've got Placerville, and kind of that area is going to grow. Placerville actually flipped from Biden okay, I should put my phone away. My apologies. I don't know. Okay, I just threw my phone on my bed. But Placerville, excuse me. Placerville is going to be. It's in El Dorado, I believe. Yeah, Wait a minute. Yeah, Placerville's out here, I think, and yeah. So cities like Placerville are trending kind of blue because they're getting more diverse and more progressive as a result of that. So, the 3rd I think is going to be tough for Republicans. They might do a little better in the southern part. Like Inyo County, for example, is trending red, I would say at least. So, I'm not really sure. what this is going to look like in 2022. I could see the Democrats winning the 3rd district, but it's really, really close. But I think 2024 they're going to win it for sure. Not for sure, but I think they're definitely favored. 2022 maybe tilt Republican just because of the national environment, but yeah. So to take a look at the 41st and the 48th before we get out of here, we'll also look at because I just want to look at the competitive seats and the Republican seats because, the Republicans got absolutely murdered here. So the 41st district is basically just taking a bunch of these Republican areas out here, honey. Like literally, you can see this is basically just a community of interest of just Republican areas and cities that are kind of surrounded by Democratic cities and areas. And they took these areas and then put them with Palm Springs to make a competitive district that leans Republican. But, Palm Springs is growing. Los Angeles itself is not really trending. The city itself isn't really trending blue, but the suburbs are, as you can see, just to, compare Biden here. I'll literally turn off district lines, which will be annoying for a second, but let's turn it off for a second. Okay, so we've got... just look at Orange County, look at these suburbs. So in 2018, Gavin Newsom, these areas are redder. 2016, Clinton did worse than Biden, but it's not really as drastic. But Biden flipped, or no, he didn't flip, but he did 8.5% better than Newsom in Orange County. He did really, really well in Southern California, and he really did really well in the suburbs. And Orange County is now, Huntington Beach. I think he was the first Democrat to win that. No, him and Clinton won it. But it just goes to show that even Hillary Clinton was a really weak candidate. Even she did well in the Los Angeles suburbs. So I expect this the 3rd and the 41st district to be blue by the end of the decade. So the 45th and the 40th, I think, are going to stay Democratic. The 40th is dicey. I could see the Republicans flipping this one in 2022, I'll be honest. So I guess it's tilt Republican. Because, I think the 3rd and the 40th are going to be really, really tight. With I don't really know who's going to win them. I'd have to say that the Republicans are favored in both of them just because they're going to do so well in 2022. But in 2024, they're probably coming back for the Democrats. And by the end of the decade, I think both these seats can be Democratic hands pretty solidly. The 45th doesn't really, I'm not really concerned with it because you have areas like Fullerton, and Garden Grove that are going to make this seat decently blue. And yeah, the Republicans are, they've got a bit of a base, kind of north of Huntington Beach, but I don't know. As, the 45th looks kind of I think the Democrats with the 45th do something we don't, and I think that they're confident they're going to hold it even in 2022. So, again, if the wave is big enough, we could see some of these Southern California suburban seats flip, but I think... at least long term, this map's going to turn out really well for Democrats. Because, by 2026, the best case scenario for this map for Democrats is in 2026 or something. If, DeSantis or Trump is elected president, whatever. They're probably winning back the 3rd. They're probably winning the 41st. They're probably holding all their seats. And, the 23rd is probably a toss-up because, in a blue wave midterm, the sky's the limit for Democrats in California. So... yeah. Now, I think that'll do it for this video. Again, I could go a little more in depth, but I'm not going to do that because I think I don't want to make this video just a super run-on video. If I had a podcast, which, spoiler alert, I really want to launch a podcast because I have a new setup now, and I think I'll be able to do that maybe in 6 months from now. So stay tuned in 6 months from now, and you might get a podcast. But yeah. Whatever. I don't know why I said that. I shouldn't have teased it till 4 months from now, but whatever. So, this map is a Democratic map. They're going to be winning. The Democrats essentially just because look, right now the Republicans hold. Let me kind of just make sure I'm not going to mess up here. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think they have 8 seats currently. 8. No, they have 11. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they have 11 seats. They just lost, bare minimum, they lost 3 seats. If they win the 40th, they lost 3 seats overall. But, if they lose the 3rd, the 40th, and the 41st, they're looking at a loss of, 6 seats? That's some pretty egregious gerrymandering right there. So, Democrats won really big on this map. They're going to be doing well in California in 2022 in the House, and I think that they should be, I'm really not happy about this map because it's, my home state and it's a gerrymander, which I dislike. But, I think a lot of Democrats right now are pretty happy about this map in a year that's otherwise been pretty bad for them. 2021, since January, really has not been a good year to be a Democrat. But in redistricting, they have picked up some seats. And, California, if Democrats can hold on to the House somehow, some way, if they do hold on to the House, it's going to be because California really came in for them with this map. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video. If you got any comments or questions, I'm happy to answer them again. If you're not sure which district you live in, I can help you out. Say I live in, I don't know, the city of Placerville or whatever. I can totally help you with that. Again, feel free to go on the California Commission website. I think it's wedrawthemapsca.org or something like that. But so I think that's it for this video. Again, thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.